Tea time is short for talk time. And I give it to every couple. It's a little suggestion. I'm going to give it to you. You probably do it now anyway, but I'm thinking of for down the road later when you're more involved in your relationship and life is busy. This tea time is a 15-minute conversation. Every day you can do it. And it has 4 parts to it. Initiate it, make sure you get it. I would suggest, if you're going to do it, that you do it mid-evening. Don't get too late. One of you is a morning person, one of you is a night person. If the morning person initiates the talk, they're going to be wanting to talk first thing in the morning. The night person doesn't even know who they are till 9 o'clock in the morning. So don't try and talk to them too early. However, the night person at night really blossoms and comes alive and will talk till 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. And the morning person's gonzo after 9 o'clock. So find a time that's mutually agreeable. But you have to agree in advance we're going to do this. It's one of the best ways I know of keeping in touch, keeping in contact, keeping your relationship a priority. So initiate the talk. I initiate 90% of ours. 90% of them. My wife's the more reserved spouse. I don't really care whether I initiate them or not because she usually says yes and we participate. But early in our relationship, I said to her, sweetheart, it's time for our daily talk time. That's what I called the technique. And she looked at me, and I thought maybe she didn't hear me, so I said it again. It's time for our daily talk time. And she went, just like that. She doesn't remember doing that, but I remember it distinctly. So what? She says, leave the psychology at work. Don't bring the psychology home. I said to her, sounds like you're frustrated with me. And she went like this. Okay, I said, so would you like to go for a walk? And she said, sure. We went for a walk and did our talk. If it's a day like today, I would say to her, would you like a cup of tea or do you want a drink? Let's just take a little time and chat. And usually it's mid-evening, no paper, no television, we just hang out. So that's step 1. Step 2, excuse me, is check out the mood of the other person. Don't ask how you feel, been over that. I always guess. You look fine, you feel fine, how you doing? How you doing's okay. And just get a read on her mood. Why is that? Because if she's tired or upset and we focus on it, it releases and then she settles down. It brings her down a notch. Brings me down a notch. That's why we do it. You actually release the feelings by talking about them. I call it dancing with the feelings. If you dance with them, you share them, down they come. So check out her mood. And then we jump into the day. We talk a little bit about her day, 5-6 minutes each. And in the handout I'm going to give you, it talks about, don't talk about your day, talk about what your day did to you. What I'd say is just talk about your day. If you can read the feelings of the day and share them, great. But if you can't, just talk a bit about your day. Your spouse's job is to listen for the feelings. The detail. See, some couples say, well, we don't do these talks because we have very different interests. And what I do during the day doesn't interest her and vice versa. So you're missing the point here. The talk isn't about what you did today, it's about you. It's about what the day did to you. She's interested in you, I hope. If not, better bring her in to see me. He's interested in you, I hope, or you better bring him in to see me because you're drifting. It doesn't matter what you did today. It's what the day did to you. That's what's going to interest your spouse. So you talk a little bit about the day, pick up on the moods of the day. What are you doing? You're dropping this down, getting your tension levels down to a better level. So it's the feelings that a bit frustrated, relieved, a little guilty, I felt badly for the kids. That's my day. And then we move on to doing business. The business is the last part of the tea time. And you see, if your tension levels have dropped down, you're less likely to fight when you do business. Because it's really easy to fight when you do business, which we're going to talk about in a bit. But if you get your tension levels down, it's easier not to fight when you do business. Because we have different ideas. I don't know whether you've noticed that yet. Because we're so busy when we're dating and engaged, faking it to some degree, trying to be what the other person thinks who we are. We're trying to be what we think they want us to be. We're trying to be so similar. But really, you're very, very different people. And we'll talk more about that in a bit. And these differences come out, and it's really easy to fight. So the tea time deals with that group of steps. Number 1, make sure you get it. 2, tune into the feeling that's there right now. 3, talk about how the day felt. 4, do business, and you're done. 16 minutes. Now, if you're a non-talker, you may say, this is ridiculous. Having to talk every day? I mean, give me a break. And I'll say to you non-talkers, because you're here, 1 and 2 of you is probably in that category like my wife. Let me tell you something. This technique was made for you. It's a gift to you, the non-talker. Because your talkative spouse could talk for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour and a half in the evening without batting an eye. And that would kill you. I'm trying to get you down to 15 minutes, which you can manage, and they will like it. They will find that 15 minutes satisfying. They won't need the hour and a half if you give them a good quality 15. So if you're the non-talker, you might want to consider giving this a whirl. Because really, otherwise you know what's going to happen. You're not talking much. And just when you're trying to go to sleep late at night, you're going to get somebody trying to talk to you when you're half awake. It's going to be frustrating. Or you're going to be watching a football game. Watch the Seahawks or your favorite football game. You're going to be watching it, great play, and she or he's going to be coming in to talk to you. Or maybe you're watching your favorite show on TV and he's going to come and talk to you. You're going to get all these nasty interruptions, whereas if you do the tea time on a regular basis, you're clear. You could be clear for the balance of the day or the evening. There may be a little chatter, but it won't be the important stuff. So maybe give that a whirl. Tea time, 4 steps.